I have no jokes prepared today. I hope you know that. No jokes prepared.
Yeah,
So,
me either.
I hope you're coming with the.
What did the elephant? What did the elephant say to the human?
What?
How do you breathe out of that thing?
Oh. Hell no.
That was a good joke. That was good. That was good. What's up, guys? Welcome to Lifted into A. We said it in the first episode that the majority, I read this statistic somewhere, the majority of podcasts fail after 7 episodes. This is episode 6.
Yeah.
We're on the way. We're on the way to failing, guys. Either failing or being successful. one of the two. We're on the way. So welcome to, and as you guys noticed, we're down one again. Shamar's gone. To be honest, I'm not really sure why he's gone. I don't know what he had going on. But we're going to let it ride. We got some good energy tonight. We got some good topics. I want to give a huge shout out to the sponsor of tonight's episode. I met this gentleman named Rob off of Instagram. To be honest, he was just a fan of the channel, and he owns a insurance company in Paulding County. It's one county over from us in Cobb County, and he reached out to me, and I met up with him, and we just vibed really well, and we got a lot of similar interests, and he wanted to be a sponsor for the podcast. So huge shout out to the Wheeling Agency. Owned and managed by Farmers Insurance, Farmers Bureau, I believe is what it is. I mean, honestly, from what he said, and he actually, was able to help me with this, their goal is to try and change the insurance game by offering a platform to develop leaders, offering the most knowledge in insurance and some of the best rates in life, home, and auto insurance in the state. So if you guys are local, I mean, if you guys know anybody that needs insurance, I mean, I know that we're not really old enough to need life and auto insurance, but it's great to start thinking about that kind of stuff. And they make some epic content. I'll have to show you guys. I'm going to try and put it in the video, but they actually made a rap video.
Oh.
And it's like legit. It's legit. It's very well produced. They actually had an agency produce the song, write the song, and then they had everybody in the office film the song. And then they came and professionally filmed this video like K-Camp does here at the studio. That kind of, it's crazy. It was pretty good. So,
was that like a commercial?
Yeah, it's like a commercial, but it's a real song. It looks, it's super cool. You guys got to see it. They got a bunch of fake money and cool cars and stuff, and it's not like some cheesy, barely put together thing. Somebody really spent some time and money on this, so I'm gonna have to show you guys. Hopefully, I can add it into the clip here so you guys can see a second of it. But thank you so much to Rob and the team over there at the Wheeling Agency for sponsoring today's episode. I do want to show you guys. I could try and get y'all some hats.
Okay.
So they're just like the Southern Tire
I'll
hats.
rock
They're
that
the farmers.
The snapback trucker hat.
The snapback trucker hat. So huge shout out to Rob for the swag, for the podcast today.
It.
Hell yeah.
And I'll get you guys some hats too. I think I got one extra in my truck, but I'm gonna keep that one. And I'm showing a little nip right now. Shout out to my guy Jake over there at Southern Tire. I'm repping the Southern Tire.
The hat today.
And he's repping the hat. So we're showing love today. We're showing love.
Hats in the truck.
I'm gonna jump in immediately to the elephant in the room here, because everybody wants to know, I'm sure, what the hell happened this weekend and why I have 5 citations now. And it's to be honest, I'm gonna let you guys know it's fucking stupid. It's really fucking stupid. I'm not happy about it. But
Alex likes to play dress up cop.
for anybody that thinks this shit is fake, I mean, there's nothing
fake about it.
It's not fake at all.
It's really not. And I should have brought the citations in so I could read them. That would have been good. But you can see them in the video. I mean, the cop. I mean, it's just there's no way this is fake. Nobody's called me out for it being fake. But anyway, so we go to a truck meet Friday night over there off Barrett and Kennesaw.
Yep.
And long story short, no. So we met up at Cookout before the truck meet, and I fixed my wheel lights. My wheel lights weren't working.
Yeah.
So I fixed them, and the first color that came on when I fixed them was blue. And I said it in the video. If anybody that's not familiar with my channel, go check it out, That Wide Bow Tie on YouTube. I said it in the video. I said, screw it. I'm going to run blue. If I get pulled over, I get pulled over. Not thinking I was going to ride them home. We were just going to the meet. We were on a back road. There weren't going to be any cops over there. So we get to the meet. They're on blue the whole time. And then when I go to leave the meet, a couple minutes before we leave, I looked at Nick, and I think maybe you were standing right there too. And I was sitting there staring off into space, and Nick looks over at me and goes, "You look like you're deep in thought. What's going on?" And I'm like, honestly, I'm wondering how far I can get home before I get pulled over with these blue lights. And he just laughed, right? And we laughed it off, and I didn't think anything of it. And left the meet with the blue lights on, not even thinking about it. And there were cops like escorting us out of the parking lot over there at Walmart. I mean, it was, and I literally didn't even think.
Just forgot about it.
So I get on Barrett, and I'm cruising down Barrett, and I'm having a good old time. I got a new Kurt Cobain's album playing. I'm vibing right now. And I look back in my rearview mirror, and I actually saw the truck that you're talking about, that big Ford.
Yeah, the big F-250.
Thomas watched this whole situation go down. He was probably a couple hundred yards behind me. Watched the cop fling through traffic to go get me.
Here's what makes me mad. This cop was going hauling past us. Speed limit is 35.
Mm-hmm.
We were going about 40, so he was easily going 60. Swerving in between traffic. Did he use a blinker?
Probably not.
Absolutely fucking not.
I wasn't paying attention. I couldn't.
No,
You said it was on Barrett?
Yeah.
Barrett's 45.
It goes 35 to 45. It switches.
Where?
It switches apparently. I didn't know.
Oh, should I go 60 on that?
So I saw the truck that you're talking about. There was a big F-250, F-350 lifted.
And he got behind him for a minute, and then you were in the left lane, he was in the right lane.
He had to have seen me with the blue lights,
He
and that's
definitely
what
looked over.
sent him over there. So
Okay.
he gets up behind me, whoop whoop, pulls me over right in front of the Longhorn. So I pull over right in front of the Longhorn, and these jackasses pull into the Longhorn parking lot.
What's funny was before Nick and I were filming, before you even got pulled over, laughing our asses off, we're like, Alex is gonna get pulled over, and like joking about it. 3 seconds later, we see you on the side of the road with the cop behind you, and we're like,
fucking pulled over. So I get pulled over, and the cop was super nice. He walks up, and he's like, hey, how's it going, blah, blah, blah. Asks for my license, explains that the blue wheel lights are illegal, and, goes back to his truck or his car. The whole time he's at the car, I'm talking to them because they're, like, right next to me. They're filming the whole thing. They're taking pictures. He actually asked the cop at one point if he could take a fucking picture of me, that was kind of funny. At the time, I was like, are you fucking serious? Like, shut the fuck up.
but he was cool. He said, yeah, you can go for it.
So he came back and he said, hey, look, the blue lights, I'm going to give you a warning. That's an expensive ticket. So I was very grateful for that. He was laughing and joking. He was laughing about the tent. He was laughing about honestly, this cop said he doesn't even ever check tent. He doesn't care enough, really. It's kind of what he said. He never pulls out the meter or anything. So he was very nice. He gave me a warning for the lights, gave me a citation with a fine for the not using a blinker. And that was it. It was done. So I go home. I go get some Lunchables for Christina because that's what we were texting about when I got pulled over.
Yeah.
And that was it. Whatever. I paid my $80 fine or whatever it ends up being. So Saturday I go to this show. The video's doing real good. Sunday, I didn't do anything on Sunday. Like literally, I laid down. We were napping all day. Like I didn't do fucking anything. So we finally hop in the truck and we're just like, let's go ride around a little bit. Because she just want to get out of the house. So we drive up to Cartersville.
Yeah.
We drive to the Target. On the way back, I would say right around before you get to the health park.
Okay.
So in between Cartersville and the health park.
Okay.
So the farther side. Riding down the road, we're not speeding. There's maybe one or two other cars out there with us, and it's dark at this point. I see a cop on the left side. There's 2 lanes on my side. There's a median, 2 lanes, and the cop was off in a parking lot over here watching traffic going the opposite way. So for him to come get me, he had to really try because he's going to have to get on the road, cross the median, catch up to me. There was a lot that was going into this. So when we're driving by, I realized there was a cop over there, and I looked at my, everybody does that kind of scoop down and look in their rearview mirror. So I'm looking, and I see his brake lights flash one time. And I knew he was about to pull out because I saw his brake lights flash. And I almost couldn't even believe that I saw him flash. So he pulls out. I didn't see him after that because I went around a curve. About 30 seconds go by, and I see the really bright LED lights in his headlights. And then I saw the yellow DRLs that he has like on the sides of those new Explorers. Yeah. And I saw him come flying up on me. His lights weren't on at this point, and he got right up on my ass. And he was chilling there for about 30 seconds, 45 seconds. And obviously, thinking back, he was looking for something at that point. Yeah. If he was going to pull me over, his lights would have already been going. He knew what he was going to get. I feel like he couldn't have pulled me over for just suspension height. He had to have something else to get me first, or to get me before he could pull me over. So I look over at Christina, I say, hey, watch this. About 15 seconds go by, bam, the lights flash, and he pulls me over. And you guys can see this in the video on my channel. First thing he says to me is, do you know how tall your truck is? So you're really going to pull me over for my fucking truck being too tall? Apparently in the state of Georgia, it can't be over 2 inches, which I think is ridiculous because at the Chevy dealerships, they sell trucks that they sell an altitude package
Ford
Yeah.
does it too. GM, everybody sells.
Everybody does 'em.
6-inch kit.
with a 6-inch lift kit.
Yeah.
The TRXs come lifted 4 or 5 inches already.
Yeah.
I think. I mean, there's a lot of them that do this.
My dad's come with a 4-inch.
So it's like, how the hell are they allowed to sell these? And I get pulled over
If
for
they're not DOT approved.
yeah, if it's
Yeah.
not legal. So he was. I think. I mean, I don't know if profiling is the same word, but he knew. You know, he knew. You know what I mean? So he pulled me over for that. He pulls out the tent meter and he looks me in the eyes and he says, you know, how dark's your tent? And I look right back at him. I said, it's 5%. He's like, oh, okay. So he takes his tent meter. He checks the tent. And he's like, oh yeah, 5%. I'm like, yeah, no fucking shit. I just told you that. Congratulations. And I was like I was telling you off camera, I was ready to be. I said it in the video too. I was ready to be ignorant. I was ready to start like being a fucking dick to this guy. But I knew if I did, I was going to jail because I was about to go to level 100.
Yeah.
So I said in the video too that after when I went to edit, when you watch the clip when he comes back to give me the citations and everything, I didn't say a single word. I signed everything. You know, he said
I was laughing my ass off.
I didn't
You put
say-
that clip in. You literally didn't say shit.
I didn't say a single word. He came back. I didn't say nothing. I didn't say have a good night. I didn't say a single fucking word because I knew, and I said it in the video. If I did, I was, and you can tell when you watch the two videos.
Oh yeah.
There's a difference between how I'm acting in the first one and how I'm acting in the second one.
Yeah.
The Alex that you see is an Alex that you don't see very often. I very rarely am like dead quiet like that. So he gave me a warning for red tag lights. He gave me a tent ticket, which has a fine with it, and then he gave me a fine for my truck being too tall. So that is how you get 5 citations in 48 hours. And I think that's the most ridiculous shit. My nose itches really bad. I don't know why. I think that's the most ridiculous shit. That like I was fine with the blinkers. I was fine with that. I was gonna pay that and be done with it. But the second group of tickets, like I'm ready to go to court and just start cussing motherfuckers out for that.
I'm really surprised he didn't push you on your width. Because the legal limit in Georgia is
Yeah,
102.
true.
I'm only like 80,
No,
86
no,
or something.
I'm 91. You're wider than me.
Really?
Dude,
I-
Alex,
yeah.
you're wide.
I'm not
You're,
I'm not that wide.
You're wider than the
Dude,
18.
you're,
I'm not that wide.
You're
You're
wider
wider
than
than
me.
you're wider than the 18 one, bro.
No, I'm not. No, I'm
Bro,
not
you're
wider
about
than an
touching.
18
You're
wheeler.
about touching a line to line.
You're probably as wide as about the stock dually. And those come 97. Or at least the Rams do. So you're
Because Bailey, the guy, the video I just posted tonight. I don't know if his name's Bailey or if it's anyway. He's got a Yukon like Christina's on a 10-inch McGoy's lift kit with 16 wides.
the squatted one.
No, it's not squatted. It's white. Well, it's squatted a little bit. His is 26 by 16s with 3-inch spacers.
So he's pushing it.
Yeah.
So I mean, mine's got to be 2 inches, 2 to 3 inches skinnier than his on each side, and he's at 101.
Did we not measure your truck that one night? We
measured what the squat was. Yeah. So apparently, I'm going to clarify everything. Apparently, yes, it is in fact illegal to have a vehicle over 2.5 inches of suspension lift in the state of Georgia. We have clarified that. That is a fact. It is also a fact within the last year or so, you can't run green lights on your truck. It wasn't a law for a long time. Now it is. So you can't have blue, red, green, or purple.
I saw something online.
Purple.
You can't. I don't think you can have
That's a
purple
mix
either.
between red and blue.
What the fuck?
But I saw something online. I don't know if this is Georgia law yet or not. But in some states, it's illegal to run any sort of underglow
Yeah.
because it's distracting and bright.
Fuck them, bunch of pussies.
We're just trying to break necks.
Yeah, I'm just,
All
I'm just
right.
like, trying to toast some necks. That's all it is. So I don't really understand. I just the whole situation to me is a bunch of shit. And I've had a lot of people. One of the funniest things that I actually had somebody say, and he's a friend of mine back from in Tallahassee. He told me that if I use the tickets for a YouTube video, technically the tickets could be considered a tax write-off. So there is a way I can use these citations as a tax write-off at the end of the year.
Damn.
Wouldn't that be some shit, though?
Oh God.
That would be the greatest thing I've ever done
That'd
in my
be
entire life,
crazy, bro.
is use these tickets as a tax write-off. I'm really going to have to look into that because I
For
think
real.
that would be – I think that'd be a solid play on my
For
part.
real.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Checkmate, bitch. That's to me. That's big dick energy right there.
For
Use it as
real.
a if I could actually pull that off, that'd be pretty good.
Yeah.
But I think, honestly, I just think I think the cops just wanted my autograph. I think that's really all it was.
That was funny in the video when you were saying that.
I think somebody hit me up. A subscriber actually hit me up and asked me like, "Hey, I got a picture of your truck I printed out. Can I actually get an autograph after that?" Somebody actually hit me up.
Oh,
So
wow.
it's kind of it's kind of. I don't want to say that's weird because it's not weird, but I never really have stuff like that happen.
Yeah.
But I had a lot of people come up to me at that show Saturday. So let's talk about Kickback Legends. Kickback Legends is a truck club here in Atlanta. They threw a show on Saturday, solid show. Huge shout out to Bam and all the guys over there at Kickback Legends. The show was partially sponsored by Southern Tire, who we had on here last week. Shout out to Jake of Southern Tire. I can't put too much out there, but we're working on doing a big show at the end of the summer.
Oh yeah, I saw
So-
that.
So I can't say too much, but
Okay.
that wide bow tie will make a return to the hosting a show scene. It's been a while since I've done anything like that. So now I know that you have something very interesting that you want to tell us.
Oh,
I
yeah.
literally, so on the way over here, he tried to tell me this story, this situation. I told him no, save it for the podcast. So today's episode, we don't have a guest. Shamar's not here, but it's been a rough couple weeks for all of us. So I really wanted to take the opportunity for
We're
us.
just diving in.
Yeah, I
everything.
wanted us to just take an opportunity to, just put it all out there.
Yeah.
I mean, really, like, just take 45 minutes to an hour and just let it out. You know what I mean? Maybe some people find it interesting. Maybe they won't. I don't care. But we're on the grind. We're gonna keep vibing. We're gonna keep the consistent content
Just
coming.
Yeah.
And like I said in past episodes, we're really gonna try and start putting some other content on this channel at some point.
Yeah, I've
So-
talked to you about that.
So yeah, me and him have been talking about it because we work together, so we talk about it off camera a lot. But we're gonna get some ideas. Drop some comments below what you guys want to see. Take the mic over there and let me know. We're not gonna put any names in this situation,
No, we're leaving names out.
but I'm really interested to see what's going on here. So let's hear it. What's
Okay. Well, I mean, I should start off by saying, for me, one of the biggest things in life is respect for people and friendships. Like, I believe in keeping a tight circle with people who you know for a fact, like, they have your back as much as
Yeah.
you have theirs, people that push you harder than you push yourself, and, like, those type of people. And so, like you said, I'm not going to name any names, but one of mine and Nick's friends, after we left the meet Friday night, after we left you getting pulled over, we went back towards my apartment and we ran into one of my buddies. And I don't know if he's going through something or what was going on, but he pretty much sat me down and gave me just a lecture on how to run my life, what I'm doing wrong, like all of this and that. I should be doing things differently. He's like, you're wasting your time with social media, you're wasting your time going to work, like all sorts of shit. In the same speech, he told me that I should hang out and take a few days to sit back and drink with him. I'm not a huge drinker. And then also in that same speech, he told me he didn't have any faith in me. He didn't believe in me. He didn't think I was going to succeed or any of that. And this whole
fucking wild?
this whole
Keep going,
time,
sorry.
this whole time, I'm sitting there just kind of nodding my head. Yeah. I was like, oh, I just wasn't having it. And after we left, I asked Nick. I was like, dude, did that make any sense to you? He was like, no, dude.
Because Nick heard this whole conversation.
Nick was sitting there beside me the entire fucking time. And Nick and I talked about it. He was like, I don't know what his fucking deal is, but this guy's always treated Nick like a piece of shit. Always. He talks shit behind his back when I'm there. He shits on his car. He shits on everything about him. And it pisses me off more than anything. And I said, fuck it, I'm going to throw it in there. I've heard him talk shit about me behind my back. I'll be in my bedroom. He doesn't know I'm there. I hear him outside saying shit. Whoever he has over is laughing, joking about it, and whatever. And I ran into him. When was it? It was Sunday night. It wasn't last night. Sunday night. I was in my room. I did some homework, took a shower, and I was leaving to go hang out with my girlfriend. He put a chair, one of our recliners, in the dead center of the living room. And how my room is set up, one bedroom's here, one bedroom's here. Here's the kitchen. Here's the living room. So my room's right here. So I have to walk through the living room to get to the door, which is on his back corner. And he literally put it in the dead center of the living room waiting for me to leave. And I walk out. I said, hey, what's up? What's going on? And he said, what? You didn't like what I said to you the other day? I was like, no, I didn't. He's like, why didn't you say anything to me? I was like, I'm not going to try to hurt your feelings. It's like, I'm just going to let it go in and out. Like, I'm not going to take that shit and let it pull me down or hold me back. And after that, he looked at me dead in the eye. And he said, if I'm being completely honest, I don't give a shit about your life. I said, okay, walked out the door, and that was it. I haven't spoken to him since.
Holy shit.
Damn.
And this is somebody who I met last year, thought he was a friend of mine, and I had enough faith in him to have him become my roommate this year. Like, I brought him home. He's met my parents. Like, we've hung out. Like, I've brought my friends around him. I've introduced him to my circle, and he does this shit. And let me say this real quick. What pisses me off more than anything about the situation is not even what he said to me. Because to be honest, I kind of saw it coming. I see through people really easily. I read the situation, the room. I pick up on how people really act and how people really are. So, I'm a full-time student. I work whenever I get a chance.
Hell, you work full-time too, technically, don't you?
Technically, I mean, whenever I have time without school, it's like this week I'm working full-time.
Mm-hmm.
Next week, I typically work 3 or 4 days a week. So technically, yes, I'm working full-time. I'm a full-time student. I'm doing the podcast with y'all. I'm trying to do YouTube. I'm doing the Instagram and all sorts of shit. I'm trying to help my parents out with all sorts of stuff. And what makes me more mad than anything is he sleeps into 1 or 2 p.m. just about every day. He, I guess he does his schoolwork. I know he doesn't go to class. And then he invites people over, drinks till about 3 or 4 in the morning. It's loud as fuck when I'm trying to sleep. And then he repeats that every fucking day. Every fucking day.
It's
a tough fucking situation.
because you got to live with this person. I know. Like, you actually have to live with them.
And what makes me mad as fuck is I re-signed that lease for another year.
Oh,
So
shit.
I need to figure out a way to get the fuck out of this lease.
It just it's one of those things where, I mean, you hear people talk about it all the time, and this is one of those situations where the only thing you could say is, I mean, you don't need, and you've already told me this, you don't need people like that in your life by any means.
Oh yeah,
It's like, I mean, I know that you want to be successful. I know what you want to be successful in, regardless of how other people are successful, regardless of what other people have going on. It just, you have to find a way to block it out. And I know that you're doing this. I'm more saying for people that are listening, what I would.
And I'm not bringing this up to dog on him or throw him under the bus or to create more tension between us. I'm saying this so y'all just kind of see like
What's going on?
in our real lives to like what we deal with, but to also kind of put it out there as like an example of like be careful with who you pick and choose to be your friends.
Because I have to be careful what I say in this situation, because it's not like I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
So that's why, and it's not that I would want to bash this person.
Yeah.
But it seems maybe he's got something going on.
That's what I was thinking, but at the same time.
But at the same time, and it's funny because, and I'll use this as an example because me and Ty were talking about this the other day. Ty told me, and I actually saw Kevin Gates say the same thing on social media the other day, is we could be friends for 10 years. We could be friends for 20 years. But if you show me a certain level of disrespect or you act a certain way to disrespect me, whether it's directed towards me or not, if you show me that side, we can no longer be friends.
Yeah.
We can no longer associate with each other. Once you break that barrier, there's certain people in life that'll let that shit slide, and it'll keep happening to them. Or there's certain people in life, which is I can tell kind of where you're going, is you see that side, you see that that energy, and it's done after that. That's
I was
it.
kind of in both situations because I was like, there were times where, I'll give you an example real quick. About 3 weeks ago, my girlfriend was over. I was folding my laundry in my room. He goes, "Oh, where's Thomas?" And she's like, "Oh, he's in here doing his laundry." And he's like, "Oh, what a bitch!" Like just out of nowhere. I'm like, I just ignored her. I looked at my girlfriend. I'm like, "What the fuck's his deal?" I didn't think anything of it.
There's a lot of haters in this world.
Yeah, and then 15 minutes later, she asked me to go get something from her car for her. So I was like, yeah, no problem. I started walking outside. I said, where are you going? I was like, to get something from my girlfriend out of her car. He's like, oh, you're such a pussy. I'm like, what's your fucking deal? But it was like, stuff like this has just been happening just randomly, and I let it slide. I didn't stand up for myself. I didn't say anything about it. I would talk to, like, my girlfriend or Nick about it. And then, like I said, he would treat Nick like shit. Talk behind his back, and I would hear it, and I just put up with it.
He's got a different mentality than you do. about a lot of things,
Yeah.
and I think some of it is
People in your life that do that don't need to be in your life. That is straight negativity.
Yeah.
Same thing I told Shamar. We had a friend, straight negativity. Shamar got, locked up for some, street racing because his friend was antagonizing it. And I was like, you shouldn't be hanging out with him. He's just going to drag you right under the water.
Yeah.
that's some immature
Yeah.
shit right there. That like
Very
seriously,
immature.
like
And-
to I can understand like if you wanted to be that way, but trying to drag other people down for not being
Yeah, and it's like, I don't give a fuck how you live your life. If you want to sleep in and drink every day and half-ass your schoolwork, not work at all, and in the real world, then fine. But don't bring me down and hold me back. with
Exactly. Because later down the road, who's going to be successful?
I've gotten to a point in my life where it's there's no gray area. It's black and white.
Exactly.
I either fuck with you or I don't. It's either
Exactly.
100 or 0. Like somebody like that to me, they'd have been cut off a long
And to
time
be
ago.
honest, you,
Same.
And I'm not saying that
no, you've taught me that, like, over the last, like, hanging
I'm-
out with you. It's like, I realized that, and I picked up on it, and I've gotten better about it.
I don't hang out with a lot of people.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't
No, you
drink. I
don't.
don't smoke. I mean, and we've talked about this off camera. And I'm not trying to make me some saint or anything. I'm just some of the things that I've learned is like if you almost have to be a little bit selfish. If there are certain people in your life that don't want to,
See you succeed.
if not even that, if they just don't align with the way that you want to live your life, fuck them. Like when
Yeah.
you really sit
Yeah.
down and think, like when you really start getting that mindset of, like to me, I'm gonna be successful. I don't care how long it takes, how I'm gonna get there. I know I'm gonna get there.
Yeah.
Not that I use people in my life to get there. I don't use people. I
Right.
help. I want to bring people with me.
Yeah.
But I don't do anything in life unless I see it benefiting the longer goal. I don't
feel
keep
you.
relationships unless I know there's a reason for them to
Yeah.
be there. You know what I mean?
Yep.
There's certain people, and that's what it's kind of bad for you right now is there's no way out of that situation.
And that's like, and what you just said is like something I'm still learning. I mean, I'm only 19.
Yeah.
I'm still a fucking
I
kid.
mean, I'm only 23. I'm still learning shit
yeah,
too.
and
but-
it's like,
No, I feel you.
and what I told one of my other buddies, because I talked to him about the situation, because he's a friend of both of ours. I explained it to him, and I was like, because he was asking for some advice too, because he was kind of in the situation with the same person that I was in 4 or 5 months ago. And I'm not going to bring this up too much because he may watch this, he may see this, so I don't want to throw my other buddy under the water if he hasn't brought it up yet. But I told him, I said, what you should think about in your life is making yourself first, or putting yourself first.
Absolutely.
That may sound selfish, but how are you going to make like your girlfriend or your friends or your family happy if you're not happy? Like you need to focus on yourself first, make yourself happy, do what you want to be doing before you try to bring other people up with you, before you want to help other people out, or before you're trying to make others happy if you're not even at that point in your own life.
Yeah.
And that's something that like it took me a fuck ton of time to learn, but it's like I'm finally kind of figuring that out.
I've come from so much of that. I mean, everybody grows up with drama and shit.
Yeah.
But that's to be honest, there's a lot of reasons for me off camera why there's a lot of that is part of the reason why I left Tallahassee.
Yeah.
People ask me a lot why I left, and not, I mean a majority of it is because Christina's job was moving her back up here, but 99% of the reason why I decided to go anyway was because of just that bullshit.
Yeah.
It just like I'm not fucking with that. If you have a goal and a dream, I'm gonna put myself in whatever position necessary to make sure that I get there.
Yeah.
And you need to, you just really need to sit down. I know just from being friends with you long enough that you're gonna get there. We're all gonna get there.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to go through these ups and downs. And hell, I cut off a whole fucking city. I had people that I worked with that didn't know I was moving until I moved.
Well, you said when we were in Tallahassee, when you were going through all that bullshit down there, one day, you looked at me, and I've never seen you, like, as mad and frustrated as you were.
'Cause that's what I lived.
And you
is that
literally
shit.
looked at me in the eye and you said, I left my fucking family because of this shit. And that hit me. I was like, damn.
I moved away from my family. I'm 5 hours away from my family. I'd lived with family members my entire life.
Yeah.
And I moved away because I was ready to start something new that bad.
Yeah.
I was that, like, literally, that's the side of me that I've left down there. And I haven't openly talked about that situation either.
Yeah.
Even though, everybody's past it now, hopefully, at least on my side. but it just you got to find a way to get past it. Maybe some point in the future it might be getting out of Atlanta for you.
Yeah.
But that's a part of life that a lot of people go, because I know you're from here too.
No, I'm from North Carolina.
Oh really? How long have you been in?
I've been in Georgia for like 7 years since freshman year of high school.
So you still kind of
Yeah.
I'm sure you still deal with some of that though.
Yeah, of course.
But even I'm getting to a point now where, like, I was riding down the road. I can't ride down the road within 24 to 48 hours without seeing somebody I know.
Same.
Yeah.
And I've already told Christina already, like, I don't like that. I'm getting too recognized almost, you know? And it's weird to say that because, I mean, we want to grow the YouTube and we want to be
Yeah.
successful
Yeah.
and build the brand. But I don't like that whole fame shit. I don't like that, you know, not that we're so famous by any means, but
Just being known.
I don't like that.
No, I know what you mean.
It puts a lot of, like, there's no incognito. You know what I mean? And
Right.
I'm learning now with those tickets. If you see me, you know it's me.
Oh, yeah.
There's no,
missing you on the road. Right?
yeah, I mean, there's no hiding. You know what I mean? So it's kind of, I mean, there's a lot of eyes on you all the time, and that's something big to deal with. You know what I mean?
I know the feeling. Like I was in Red Top, and you ever been to Red Top?
Yeah.
And you know there's a gas station sitting there before you enter.
Mhm.
I was sitting there, and then a cop came there with the lights on, and we're chilling, did nothing wrong. And he goes, "Oh, I heard y'all was speeding through the mountain," which we were, but we were like, "Oh, no, we were just taking pictures and stuff. It's just our cars are so loud, yada yada yada." And legit, like 20 minutes go by, we get like 20 messages, different people taking pictures on the road,
Damn.
and we're like, "What the fuck?" They're like, "Dude, y'all okay? Y'all okay?" Yo, and like people I do
That's
not talk
crazy.
to. I do not talk to at all. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
just random people.
"What the
yeah.
fuck?"
Honestly, it's almost kind of scary. Because, I mean, we've talked about this before. I have people that come to my job. I have people that come up to me at meets a lot that, you know, they just, I don't want to say come up to me a little too much, but they just, you know,
They're pushing the limits.
they're
Yeah,
pushing it, you know, and it's super weird to get to that point to where, like there's certain, like, obviously, I'm not, like I said, we're not, like, crazy famous or anything. I can still go to Walmart. I can still do
Yeah.
whatever. But even I've had people stop me in Walmart before. Like, I've had, you know, especially when you go to these meets. I mean,
Oh yeah, especially. Yeah.
it's, you know, I've had, you know, 10, 15 people walk up to my truck when I pull up. I mean, like, imagine if that was negative energy.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
That's a
Yeah.
scary thought.
That's you know what I mean. Like, so me and Christina, when we first moved up here, we rode up to Jasper because her brother lives up there in
Okay.
at that area. We were riding back, and these kids pulled up next to us, and they were like yelling out the window, like, "Hey, we watched the channel, blah blah blah." They saw the truck, so we pulled over to the gas station up there, and they were having like a little mini meet. There was like 10 trucks up there,
Yeah.
and when I pulled up, before I even got out, there was like 10 to 12 people that had walked up to my door before I got out. We're in the middle of fucking nowhere, Jasper. So for me, we'd been here for like a month or two. That was a weird situation.
Yeah.
Like I said, if that was a negative energy, like that's no joke. I mean, that's
Yeah.
like,
No, I know what you mean. Like it just you got a crowd of people surrounding your car before you even get out. It's like, damn, like can I just get out my car and then we can talk? It's
we
just,
have to like we almost have to start living our lives differently because of what we do.
Seriously, because like I go to this like when we had to meet at Target. Remember that? I'll pull up and I'm just chilling. I'm just ready to just chill, just hang out with my boys and whatever. Get surrounded by like 50 people every time. I'm just like, yo, what's up? They're like, yo. And they're just hitting on my car. I'm like, you're gonna scratch my paint, please stop.
And that's what's cool about filming up here at the studio is, and I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Listen, there's a lot of there's famous people that come through, like legit famous people,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
and it's cool because we're normal with them, they're normal with us for the most part. It's a very just relaxed environment. You know, they don't want people walking around just freaking out all day long.
Yeah.
They're not up
Right.
here for that. You know, so it's cool for us to to me, it's almost cool to be the underdog again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To be not put on that pedestal. You know what I mean? It's almost nice to a certain extent to
Yeah.
be fucking, and that's the first kind of taste that I've gotten of like that difference. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When you go to the meets and you got a bunch of people hanging around you and say it's almost, I don't want to say it gets annoying. It's just like you almost get you kind of miss just showing up and nobody knowing who
Yeah.
you are.
Yeah.
You know, kind of incognito. I can show up and leave and nobody notice. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, you know, we can't pull up anywhere anymore and somebody not know we're there.
Right.
You know what I mean? Or go a couple days without somebody sending us our truck. But
All right. Or are you continuing on that?
oh no. You go.
Okay, I want to go back to the family situation before, and like, personally, in my eyes, I'm not successful at all. Like, I got a long way to go, a lot of
Oh, yeah.
dreams and goals to accomplish. I got a phone call from my mom. I think it was 2 or 3 days ago, and actually, I'll give you a backstory. Last summer, I was working full time. I was out of school at this point. It was when I freshly started the Instagram, doing a little bit of YouTube, and I showed up at my parents' house because I was staying with them over the summer. It was like 2 a.m. She's like, "Where were you?" I was like, "I left for work at 6. Got off at it was like 4:35. Hung out with a couple buddies, saw my girlfriend, and I just got back from that. And she lost her shit, freaked out on me, but I'm not talking nothing bad about my mom.
Yeah.
She supports me. She's probably one of the best. She's the best mom I could have ever asked for. But I got a phone call from her the other day, and she was like, "You proved me wrong." And I was like, "What do you mean?" And she was like, "At the beginning of this semester, you said you wanted to work and do school and everything else you're doing in your life." She was like, "I didn't think you could do it." She was like, "I thought you were gonna be having failing grades. I didn't think you were gonna be able to make everything work and be successful
Yeah.
in it." She was literally like, "You've proved me wrong." She was like, I'm proud of you." And I don't hear those words often from my parents, because I don't know whether they have high standards or whether they just think it and don't tell me.
Mm-hmm.
But like hearing that from my mom, I knew something I'm doing it
It means
right.
a lot.
And it hit me hard because I thought about that for a few days.
I've had a similar, because I remember when I first started YouTube, I remember being embarrassed to go film at little car meets and
Yeah.
truck meets and stuff. I remember sitting down eating dinner at my dad and stepmom's house, filming videos right before we'd eat dinner, telling them all I want to hit is 1,000. All I want to hit is 1,000. I remember telling them, you know, because that's all I wanted was to be able to just make a couple dollars on YouTube.
Yeah.
And he told me recently, he said, you know, we knew you could do it. We just, you know, didn't think it would get to this point, you know, when you start really making, you know, a couple dollars on YouTube, you know what I mean? I remember sitting in the apartment that Christina had in Tallahassee when YouTube first sent me the email about being accepted into the partnership program to be able to add. I remember sitting there going through every video that night, just freaking the fuck out about putting ads in my videos.
Yeah.
And she was there. I think she was in the shower or something. I was in there yelling and screaming, just fucking freaking out. I made like 19 cents on my first day. I was fucking I was freaking the fuck out. But those times like recently, my dad's like, honestly, you know, we knew you could do it, but we had our doubts.
Yeah.
You know, but
I think that's kind of how my parents were. I don't think they ever didn't believe in me because they've always been there. They've always supported me. They've already, like, they pay for my school. Like, they've given me everything I could have ever asked for. They've always pushed me. They've always been there. But I think it was kind of the same situation where they had their doubts. And it's like, because I'm, like, nowhere near where you are. And it's crazy to think in the back of my mind, like a year ago talking to you, I wasn't even at 1,000. And you told me March 1st last year, you said set a goal for yourself. And I said maybe 2,000 or 3,000. And you said 5. I said there's no.
I remember, yeah, because it was that was that caffeine and octane.
And I responded, "There's no fucking way." I was like, "I don't think it's possible." And you were like, "Well, how many followers do you get a day?" And I was like, "I don't know, like maybe 5."
I think we did the math and it was possible.
Yeah, we did it, or it was like super close or something. And you're like, "I know you can do it." He was like, and you kind of like showed me kind of what I needed to do. You kind of showed me the courses, and you just kind of taught me the steps I needed to take to do it. And then it's like, here we are a year later, and it's like I'm past that. And it's like, it's weird to think that a year ago I really wanted to hit 1,000, or like I never even dreamed of this.
So the coolest thing for me, and I'm about to blow your fucking mind, and I'm asking because I want them to hear this. How old are you?
19.
You're 19. I'm 23. Where do you think you'll be when you're 23? Mind fucking blown.
Well, it's like,
Keep working how you work. Like right now, it doesn't seem like a lot, and even to me right now, it doesn't seem like a lot. Like 27,000 on Instagram, I just hit a couple days ago. I'm about to hit 27.1.
and you're almost at 16 on YouTube.
Doesn't seem like a lot. I'm almost at 16,000 on YouTube. Like that one is bigger to me than
Yeah,
27. I think 30,000 on Instagram would be kind of cool. But that doesn't feel like a lot because all of the people I look up to, JW, Ryan, all of these other YouTubers I look up to, all the people at the studio here, all the rappers are 100,000, 150, K-Camp's over 1 million, it's like, so when I'm looking here all the time, I never see where I'm at. To me, it's just another day. It's another number.
Yeah.
I wake up and my goal is to be successful today. I'm looking at the short term. It's like Gary Vee says, the micro is a sprint. The macro is a marathon.
Yeah.
On a day-to-day basis, how much can I get done? How much can we grind? How much can we gain? Even if it's 10 a day. Doesn't seem like a lot. But over a year, 10 a day, that's 3,000. That's 3,600 or more. You know what I mean? So that's, it grows. So you kind of have to, I agree. I don't feel like I'm very successful by any means.
Yeah.
And me and Jake were talking about that a couple weeks ago. Like, I live the same life that I live, but at the same time, I remember when, my dad, I remember freaking the fuck out that, we had just hit 1,000. And then I move from my family. Going back to that, I left the family I'd known my entire life for a dream that may or may not have worked out.
Right.
And to be honest, when I moved here, I'm living the dream now that I imagined at some point.
It's so weird to think because it's like before we ever met, like 2 years ago or a year and a half ago, I looked at your videos. I told my friends about your videos and my family. I was like, it'd be so cool to meet him or make like one video with him or something. Like I looked up to you like you're some big famous YouTuber, and it's like here we are now, just like hanging out like as friends, just doing bullshit, pulling rubber chickens in the back of a fucking car, like shit like that. And it's like it's weird to me to think like when you ask me where will I be at 23, like where do I see myself? It's like I can't give you a straight up answer. I'm like.
But if you grind how you're grinding today, think about it. Me and him did this today. We were at work at 7:30, right? We worked all fucking day till 4:30, 5 o'clock. Y'all probably didn't leave till 5:30. Yeah. It's 9:30 right now, and we're filming this podcast.
Yeah.
Like we're fucking grinding out here. We really are. And these people, I don't know how these people at the studio are alive right now.
Bro, for real.
Dude, these motherfuckers are up here till 3, 4, 5 in the morning consistently.
Yeah. And what I've learned, like recently too, or the past few months, like once I hit 5,000, it's like going back to the 23 thing. It's like to me, anything's possible. It's like if you put your mind to it, if you grind your ass off, if you put everything you have into working towards your goals, towards your dreams, towards what you want in life, you can make it happen.
Because your friend that was doing all this bullshit right now, is he going to be successful in his life? Is he going to finish college? Probably. He'll probably get a good job. He'll probably make decent money.
It's like if he's happy working an average or a normal 9 to 5 every day, doing that shit, he can do that.
Exactly.
Like,
that's so I'm not bashing him by any means. Because like I said, I know who you're talking about. I'm not bashing him. Is he going to get a good job, finish school? Probably.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But that's not the life I want to fucking live. You can have that shit. Congratulations. I'm happy for you.
Yeah.
But that's not the life I want to fucking live. I do not want to work 9 to 5
I think that's how all
for the rest of my life.
Like,
When I was living in Tallahassee, part of the reason I wanted to leave, I was working for a company. I was working 7 to 7 every day, 5 days a week. Literally, I was at 19 when I was your age. So because I was 19 at the time. When I was your age, I was making like $45,000 a year, living at home, paying no bills. I paid $400 a month for a truck payment, and I was bringing home like $2,500 a month or something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I was bringing home decent money, and I was paying nothing in bills. I mean, I could go out to the clubs and all kinds of shit and spend $1,000 a month, and I still had $1,000 I could save. You know what I mean? So, but at the time, I still remember the day I was pulling in a car at work because I was working at I'll be honest, I was working at Discount Tire at the time, working 7 to 7. And I was pulling in a car, and I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? I'm working 50 hours a week for a company that could fire me tomorrow.
Yeah.
Because they don't like me or because their opinion of my job is not the same as what I think I'm doing on a, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If they don't think I'm doing my job well enough, they can fire me.
Yeah.
Even though I think I am. Right? So I'm building somebody else's company for 50 hours a week of my life. For what? For them, for that possibility. You know what I mean? Or I could take a pay cut. I can, take a step back really take an L, to be honest, because I took a big pay cut and just a bunch of shit and start something new. That's when I started YouTube.
Yeah.
And honestly, I should really jump into one day how I started YouTube.
Oh yeah.
Because I don't know. I don't know if you've ever, have I ever told you like actually how I started YouTube?
You told me a little bit. Or you've told me.
So fuck it. All right.
Yeah.
So, and then we'll.
Wait. Let me make sure it's the same. Xbox, Dalton.
Yeah. Yeah. So, for those people at home, I don't know if y'all ever knew how I actually started YouTube. So, this was probably 2018. I think it was 2018. October of 2018. The truck had been lifted for maybe 4 or 5 months. I had an Instagram. Instagram had like 1,800 followers. I was working at Discount Tire at the time, and they were throwing a truck meet in Augusta. It was the first time I'd ever really like saw J.W. Montoya and Dalton Bertrand, D Bertrand 850 on YouTube and Instagram. If you guys don't know him, shout out to Dalton and J.W. Awesome guys. And I remember sitting down at the Hobbit Hoagies, which is a little like wing bar place in Tallahassee. I remember sitting down with my dad and stepmom, contemplating whether I was going to quit my job to go to this truck meet because my boss would not give me the day off. I remember this shit. And finally, somehow, I convinced him to let me have the day off, and I went to this truck meet. And I had made like 2 or 3 videos before, so let me back up a little bit. I had my Instagram for maybe 2 or 3 months. I had maybe 1,000 followers or something. And I posted on my Instagram, this is back when I had Snapchat. I posted on my Instagram my Snapchat. A couple days before, Dalton, I just started following Dalton on Instagram. Dalton posted a picture and said, where are my followers from? So I commented Tallahassee. This kid named Amar, huge shout out to Amar, my fucking guy. Amar followed me on Instagram. And when I posted my Snapchat a couple days later, he followed me on Snapchat. He messaged me a couple days later and said, hey, I'm from Tallahassee. I go to Lincoln, blah, 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 which is one of the high schools down there. You know that kid that runs that page that you commented on? I play Xbox with him. At that time, Dalton had like 20, 30,000. And I'm like, no fucking way. No, you don't play Xbox with this guy. And he's just like, yeah, I'm serious. You should join one night. So I joined one night, and bam, there the fuck he was. And the 3 of us just became real good friends. We started playing all the time. And, you know, we'd talk YouTube and social media and all kinds of shit. And this one I was like real fresh. Like I barely had Instagram for maybe 3 or 4 months. So I was like real new. And finally, one night in the middle of fucking night, we were playing. It was like 2 or 3 in the morning. They finally convinced me, long story short, to make a YouTube channel. They were like, man, you should make a channel. You should try it. Maybe it'll work. A lot of it's luck. Maybe it'll work. Maybe it won't. You don't know until you try. So I took, and that was during that time where I really wanted to get out of Discount Tire, and I did want to work 50 hours a week. And I made the channel that night. You can still go back. The very first upload on my channel isn't an actual video. It's a little montage. It's a picture. And you remember back when people were doing like the wavy sunset on Instagram? It was like a little like edit you could do. I did one of those. And it was like a 30-second edit of the same exact thing, just the little background. And I posted it and said, YouTube coming soon. Because I wanted to start right then. I didn't want to keep waiting. I didn't want to keep putting it off. I started right then. So a couple months go by and I'm making some videos. In January of 2019, I decided I'm going to do this shit for real. And I want to say I got monetized in either March or April of 2019.
Okay.
So I mean, it wasn't. I mean,
wasn't long.
It wasn't long. I mean, normally it takes people a year before they hit 1,000. I mean, I hit 1,000 like 3 or 4 months. And my buddies, they used to tell me at work like, "There's no way you're gonna hit 1,000 that quick."
Yeah.
And we fucking did it. So I mean, and that's how it started. It was a combination of me really wanting to get away from working all that time and wanting to start something of my own. I had a girlfriend at the time that kind of just didn't work out, and that was kind of rough. So, you know, just a couple things together just kind of worked out, and, you know, and here we are. Now we've been doing YouTube for 2.5 years almost.
Oh, yeah?
Fucking grinding the shit out. And I've gone through my times where I really got burnt out and wanted to quit. But right now, like, I'm so used to the grind now, it just seems normal. Yeah. Like, it seems normal that I wake up every day and work and film, and that's it. You know what I mean?
You're very motivated. Very.
I am confident it's hard for somebody to meet a more motivated motherfucker than me.
Dude, swear to God, guys, like, at work, he's like, all right, Willie, when you start a YouTube channel? All right, Willie.
Dude, I'm always like,
He's
I'm on Shamar's ass about an Instagram page.
Oh, for real.
Like, when are y'all posting videos? When's the next video? You know? What about this for the podcast tonight? What about this?
Yeah.
You know, I'm just like, because when I'm at work and I'm not doing something, I'm still working.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
still
yeah.
thinking about stuff all the time. That's just how my mind works.
Right.
Like, I haven't played Xbox in years. Like, when I say I haven't played in years, I brought my Xbox with me after 6 months of us leaving here. My Xbox stayed at my house in Florida for 6 months
Oh,
until
wow.
I moved here. Anyway, I haven't played Xbox in years, and it's because I would rather be working on other shit. But, all right.
Oh.
Robert's making some
Robert.
noise.
We've had the studio. Hey,
He made one out.
All right.
You went out, Robert?
Going out? What's up, Bubba?
That might be what he wants.
Okay.
let's throw some jokes out there, man. Give me some good ones. I can't look on my phone right now, so. What damn, what was it? What are the preferred gender types for chocolate?
Do what?
What?
What are the, all right.
What's up?
I don't think he likes me talking.
He's just been chilling this whole time, just
I
sleeping.
thought he was sleeping. What's up, Bubba?
He's petting a dog right now, for those of you that can't see.
Oh, yeah.
What does one boob say to the other boob?
Smack me.
If we don't get support, they're gonna think we're nuts.
Oh, hell.
What's 6 inches long, 2 inches wide, and makes people go fucking crazy?
What?
$100 bill.
Oh, damn. Damn.
That was good.
I think I said somebody's coming back from John.
That was good. My favorite one, though. What did the janitor say when he jumped out of the closet?
Oh, fuck.
Supplies. Dude, there were some on TikTok that because I follow a lot of those dad joke pages on
Yeah.
TikTok.
Yeah.
Some of those were fucking hilarious. But I can't pull them up right now because I'm recording on my phone.
Yeah.
So I'm serious though. When I pull up to the Quick Trip in the mornings, they're selling stuff out of vans in the parking lot.
Oh, yeah.
They sell food and stuff out of the
Oh,
van
yeah.
at Quick Trip in the morning.
Oh,
the
yeah.
same Quick Trip right by.
We have a lady come to work every day on the job site, and this lady's a fucking genius. So I guarantee you she goes to Costco or wherever, buys a bundle of Cokes, and she goes home, probably goes to the grocery store or Walmart or whatever. She comes in, she always makes some taquitos, some wraps, some burritos. She brings her van with her fuck ton of food and her Cokes. And she probably buys a bundle of Coke for pretty cheap. Sells the Coke for $1 a piece. Probably sells a little milk for $8, $9. Probably didn't take her 20, 30 for all of it, to be honest.
Damn.
Just make a few $100.
You know, every high school had those kids that used to sell candy.
Oh, I
and
did that
snacks and
shit.
Did you
I
really?
did that shit. I had a shit ton of Skittles and candy and shit. And then, like, real hot Cheetos. I'm like, you want some? They were like, how much? I'm like, $1.50. I'm like, all right.
50 cents.
No, fuck no, I was expensive.
Damn. That's where a lot of the grind and hustle comes from. Is when you're a kid, you start doing shit like that,
Yeah.
you know, mowing lawns and shit.
But for real, I used to cut every neighbor's grass in my neighborhood. Every neighbor. All right, when we're gonna see you again, Willie. Oh, I'll be here in 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Let me put you on the schedule.
Exactly.
So what's on the playlist right now? Is it changing up?
Ooh, shit. No, it's been the same. Same.
I've been rocking with some Kevin Gates recently.
Okay.
Kevin
okay.
Gates, Kurt Cobain's put out a new album.
Did he?
I'm fucking with, yeah.
Oh shit.
Kurt Cobain. Y'all remember that? I got this drink in my cup.
Yeah.
Kurt Cobain's. Who else is out there? I'm still waiting on the Kid Leroy to drop a song I've been waiting on.
Yeah.
Fuck You Goodbye is such a good song. That's been on repeat.
That's not my favorite, but
That's
I
been
like
on
Kid
repeat
Leroy.
for
I
me.
like Kid Leroy.
Yeah.
He's got a girlfriend right now, apparently.
Oh, shit.
They've been dating for like 6 months. I just found that out recently. Damn, what else is on there? I've been fucking with the Pop Smoke album a lot right now.
Yeah, a lot
Yeah.
of people have. A lot of people. I've been hearing it all the time at the meets.
Pop Smoke. Young Thug is putting out an album this month.
Oh shit.
Drake is putting out an album this month. And somebody else. I can't remember who else.
Kodak.
Is it Kodak?
Yeah. He's supposed to be.
So I mean, we got some good stuff on the way.
Yeah. Yeah.
We got some good stuff on the way. I'm excited.
Good stuff
I'm a
in the-
big music guy.
Good stuff in Atlanta too. We got that boxing thing coming up at the Mercedes Stadium.
What is that?
I think it's like Jake Paul's fight.
Is it in
Oh,
Atlanta?
really?
Yeah, it's in Atlanta.
Bro.
Bro,
Did
Jake
y'all
Paul,
see
you want to
the-
be on the podcast? Just hit me up, you know.
Did y'all see the basketball?
Oh,
game
the
with-
2v2 is
with
Lil Baby.
and some-
Oh, yeah. I seen that, yeah.
It was Jack Harlow and Quavo versus Lil Baby and 2 Chainz.
Yeah.
And Lil Baby and 2 Chainz got their asses whooped. I was such a surprise, to be honest with you.
Nah, little baby trash basketball.
I'm surprised he didn't get 2 sprains.
Bad joke of the night.
Oh, Jesus.
That was good. That was good. What kind of hair did they sell at IHOP?
Oh, shit, I don't know.
Wait.
Extensions.
Yeah, you said that one. I've heard that.
And see, some of these I saw on a show one time. What's Trey Songz's favorite fruit? Banana.
Oh, my God. Oh, the corniest jokes. I swear to God.
Some of those are pretty good, though.
They are, for real.
Yeah. Well, it's almost 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
I still got to go home and do the dishes.
Dude, I've been up for 48 hours. I'm tired.
Really?
Yeah.
You didn't go to sleep last night?
Nope. I've been working on a motor all night.
Damn.
I just, like, literally hit 7 o'clock.
Good for
And
you.
I was like, oh, shit, I gotta get to work.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
was like,
let's not
Jesus.
have a day like tomorrow.
I got one more joke.
Oh, let's hear it.
What do you do if your wife starts smoking?
I don't know what.
Slow down, use some lube.
That's a good one.
That was pretty
I
good.
was
That was a good one.
That was right there in the
That was
center.
pretty
That was
good.
a good one.
Thank you to the sponsors. Huge shout out to the Wheeling Agency. Rob, you're the best. You're the GOAT. Huge shout out to Jake Southern Tire as well. We love you guys. Like and subscribe. Let's get this fucking bread.